Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run through a inverse function for you for a line, and then I'll also run through one for a quadratic and one for a radical on there. But we'll go ahead and get started. So, whoops, I'm going to, this is not on the review sheet unless I add it in, but I'm just going to give you an example here. So we're going to do 4x minus 1 as our function. Now, one of the first things that I would do is I would go to my graph, and again, that will be one of your steps that I give you, and I would graph my equation. So I am at -1 with a slope of 4. Okay, and so that would be my line. Whoops, sorry about that. Kind of a bad line. Okay, and the other thing that I would do is I would always dot in my y equals x line. Okay. Okay, so after that, what we're going to do is go ahead and find our inverse. Okay, so the first step, if you'll remember, was to put in a y for the f of x. The second step is to switch the x and the y. And then the next step is to solve for the y. Okay, and you can divide by 4, however you want to write that, but I would put it in slope-intercept form. And then your final step is to, change it back to f inverse of x. And then again, we're going to go graph that point, or that line. So I am at 1/4 with a slope of 1/4. So up 1 here. So from 1/4 to 1, that's rough. Okay, and so there would be another point. So we're going to kind of get this in. I can't do a ruler on here. So obviously, looking at it, yeah, it looks like it is the reflection over that green line, the y equals x line. Okay, so now we're going to do a quick check on it using our function notation on there. So we're going to do, we're going to use our inverse and our original. I like boxing them so I see it. I don't care how you write, which one you write first on this, but you do have to substitute in correctly, okay? So the first one is f inverse, whoops, I'm on my f inverse into f. So I'm going to take and go this direction first. So I would have 4 times 1/4 x plus 1/4, and then minus 1. So again, what I'm doing is I'm putting this right here for my x. Okay. Simplify it. So I'm just distributing. 4 times 1/4 is 1. 4 times 1/4 is 1. And I still have the minus 1. And that does give me x, so it checks. Now I'm going to do it the other direction. Okay. Okay. And so this time I am doing the f into the f inverse. So I am now doing it the other direction. So I am now going from here to here. So I'm putting this into that. So I have 1/4 4x minus 1 plus 1/4. Okay, again, distribute. 1/4 of 4 would be 1x. 1/4 times 1, -1 would be a -1/4 plus 1/4. Again, those cancel, and I do get x, and it checks. So that is how, again, you would do the inverse of a linear.